Hey everyone, my name is Odds. Welcome back to the channel. I've got another game here for you. This is post Void Eye patch. So you can see here we've got some drops of the Void Eye. I'm trying to experiment with the unit and see what it can do, what it's good at, what it's not good at. And in this game, we're going to go for a more aggro approach with the Void Eye and see what it can accomplish. We're going to be up against a giant spec, and you'll see later just how well the Void Eye does against giants. So, first round, getting right into it, I choose Rhino spec. Rhino spec's one of my favorite packs, I think, and sledges as well. So, fair start here. When you go for the Void Eye, you've got a really bad chaff clear, obviously. So I immediately pick up the Hound. I feel like the Void Eye and Hound kind of pair fairly well together. So that's going to be my first pickup here. I'm just kind of measuring my board out, making sure I've got 7 and 7. So we can always drop War Factory or Abyss or something like that, which we need to later. And yeah, my opponent's got the Mustangs and he went for a little Marksman. Marksman, not a bad start, considering I was like Sludge and Void Eye, and he's already got a ton of chaff, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Okay, right away we see we are able to clear the chaff here, but not on the right. Left is looking strong, obviously. We deployed all of our units on the left, so hopefully when you do that, you end up having a victory on that side. Actually, yeah, it looks like these sledges are just going to carry a bit, and managed to pick up the first round. Okay, round 2. Immediately, we have a unit drop. Storms, Steel Ball, Tarantula, Arc. That's a tough choice, actually. Tarantula's an interesting pickup from my opponent. Considering the Void Eye should in theory do well against the Tarantula. Still undetermined. Maybe doesn't do so well into level 2. But I go for the Tarantula as well because my opponent had 3 Mustangs and like lots of chaff, and we just need to deal with the chaff. So then I throw some crawlers in front to protect my units from the marksman and pick up the first attack to help my hounds one-shot the crawlers. Very important upgrade for hounds. Okay, here we go. We're still pulling all the units over to the left. Our Tarantula does fine over there. Looks like, though our chaff dies, our crawlers are coming in to try and help. But there's too many Mustangs. Looks like we get overwhelmed this round. Do manage to kill that Tarantula though. Okay, we did get a level on our sledges, which is nice. Efficient Giant, extended range, portable shield, underground threat. So Efficient Giant with Giant Specialists is obviously very scary. When I see this card, I usually sigh and think, oh, what have I done in my life to deserve this? So yeah, right away we've got 2 Vulcans. But I know like Vulcan level 1 doesn't do well against Sledge level 2, but it does do well against Sledge level 1. So it's important to be out leveling the Vulcans if you're going with sledgehammers. I went for the portable shield on the Tarantula, thinking that I'll put this on the heaviest unit and then maybe it'll be able to absorb some damage from most likely the Vulcan that would be picked this round. And I could always sell it and throw it on the sledge. So no big deal. We're trying to see what's going on before fully committing with that item. because I don't really want to sell the sledge, but I would consider selling the tarantula. So yeah, just some more chaff clear. I made some more hounds, and now we see the destruction of the Vulcan. So with the range, these Void Eyes are a bit too close for comfort. They get hit by the Vulcan and will melt very, very quickly. They don't have very much health. So we get overwhelmed. But we do at least pick off that Vulcan. Every unit counts. You'll see in this game, it is a very close game and every unit counts. Unfortunately, not getting that next one. Alright, Rhino drop. Electromags offered, super heavy armor, efficient light manufacturing. Efficient heavy armor on giants, also very scary. But I've got my Rhino now, so Secret Agent Rhino, yeah. This is a really cool tactic you can do. The super heavy level 2 Rhino, you throw armor on it. These Vulcans will do 0 damage. Even with Scorching Fire, they do basically nothing. Throw it in front, tank all the damage, tank all the Mustangs and Crawlers and everything, and we'll be able to get a lot of damage done here. Opponent still doesn't have attack enhancement either, which is unfortunate, like for these Mustangs and lots of low damage but high attack rate units. Pretty important to get that attack upgrade. Okay, here we go. So I got range on the Void now to try to avoid the Vulcan, and yeah, this Rhino will not die. Look at it, his health is barely even moving. Awesome. And we get a tower, we get the Vulcan, and we can clean everything up. Should be pretty good damage here. But unfortunately, this Rhino tactic, when you put it right at the front like that, I mean, it really only works one time. There was such a clear and definitive unit that countered the entire board of my opponent, so he has to react to it. Storm Callers are offered, opponent picks that. Arclight, Phantom Ray, Farseer. Now 3 Storm Callers is pretty strong, to be honest. Especially into the giants here, like, we want to outrange them, and they do quite a bit of damage. They can do damage to shields. It's not a bad choice for this. We're putting them up fairly close. My opponent does like a cheeky trick here too, though, eh? My tower is completely undefended, level 1. Alright, well, we've got the level 3 Tarantula too. Level 2 Rhino. What are we going to decide to do here? Do we just run in again and hope for the best? Okay, yeah, we threw down the oil. I think the intent here was if we can get the Rhino or any of the chaff right in front, they will light on fire and we can kill all the stuff behind it. So, and here we go. We try to dodge whatever's coming with the Rhino. I wasn't ready to sell it yet. So here we go. Now, unfortunately, we lose our tower to the storms. Otherwise, this Rhino would have made it all the way, I'm pretty sure. We had the high mobility. If we weren't slowed down, all that would have burnt up. So good play from my opponent there. We recover from the debuff. And yeah, it looks pretty bad. It's gonna be a lot of damage. And oh man, these two live just barely. That hurts. Portable shield, advanced missile, efficient light, and photon. Portable shield, another great giant unit item. My opponent's just getting all the items. It's been a real struggle here. We go for the photon. We don't want to get slowed. And I've got to start selling my units here. The tarantula also got locked on right away by the melter. So we're probably going to sell that, get the shield back. We're going to try to move the Rhino away from the melter and do some damage on the other tower while we can, so at least it has some effectiveness. Another cheeky play. The Phoenix flank. I did level up my tower, but I don't have anything for the air here, unfortunately. We go for Electromag on the Stormcallers, trying to turn off range or any abilities that we can. And with some of my last remaining money here, throw down some sledges. One note, this game was played on my Steam Deck, so I am playing a little bit slower. It's a bit trickier to move the units around without the mouse. Use the trackpad on the Steam Deck. But Mechabellum is a fantastic game on the Steam Deck. Highly recommend. It's good for a quick game between whatever you're doing at work or something like that. Take a quick break, play a match. Alright. Phoenix comes in. Our Rhino's on the move. Oh, but it turns for a second for crawlers there, and therefore the melter locks on and we're unable to get that tower. Really unfortunate. And then we lose our own tower. We would have had good tower timing there too. It's really, really unlucky. However, we are starting to deal some big damage with these Void Eyes. We got Charge Shot on them now. Everything's slowed. EMP slows the units down. But unfortunately, we're going to lose this round again. And it's looking really bad for us. Down to 158. Opponent still has almost 4,000 life. Incendiary offered, nano, haste, anti-interference. I thought for sure opponent would be going for nano here, maybe on the Vulcan or with level 2 melter. I've got to try to do some plays of my own here, so I go for the fire in the back, and you'll see I'll probably try to deploy something here to pull these Mustangs over. So now I've tried this tower with the Rhino, I've tried this tower with the Rhino. Oh hey, okay, so I'm moving over to the right. Left is like really well defended here with the melters, so that makes sense. So yeah, pulling these over and trying one last time with the Rhino. I was a little too close running that last time, so I'm trying to run a little bit farther. Throw the missiles down, because my opponent for the last 2 turns has been trying different flanks, so trying to cover our bases a little bit. Level 3 Void Ray, 2, 1. Yeah, Void, sorry, not Void Ray, Void Eye. That's going to take me a while to get used to. But yeah, we're just setting up a tactic here, pull everything over. Also, I was considering like if the Vulcan gets, oh, you know what, they don't have that ability, but the you know, the oil spray or like the whatever sprayers have it, but when you put deploys on the side, it helps. Okay, Rhino's on the move. We lose all of our chaff. Got this huge huge line of fire here. This looks really, really bad for us. We lose our Rhino. Oh, but we get the tower with these void eyes. We got air mode. And we just have like a handful of storm callers here too. Just barely surviving. Another round. Disabling the units. Void eye swooping in again. And somehow, some way, we've found a way to not lose. We're still in it. And this like one hound, like just everything just like crawling in slowly lets our void eyes do the job to get that kill. Another level up. Yeah, this was a bit of a Hail Mary here. Oh, another super heavy and nano offered. Another efficient giant offered. All the cards playing into my opponent's hand. What are we gonna do? Picking up the super heavy. I think, yeah, we throw that on the sledge. We can sell our Rhino now. It's no longer gonna work. We have another super heavy. Probably gonna throw that on another sledge. Getting mech rage, and we're turning on the sledge mode. We're putting on the pain cave. Sledge is down at level 2. We can throw super heavy on that, and now we're on the offensive. We're trying to collapse in. There's a lot of, you know, single target, and also the Mustangs don't do a whole lot of damage to these sledges. Opponent needs to get something like multi-melter, maybe to deal with these sledges, but they've already got 2 techs on it. It's very expensive. And yeah, void eye level 3. Void eye. It's an eye. Look at it, it's an eye, it's not a ray, even though it fires a ray. Confusing with the phantom ray too. Okay, yeah, opponent using the crawler technique to try and dodge these missiles from the storms. And all right, let's see what happens here. We're able to collapse in. We use the move command, just trying to push through as quickly as possible, try and get this tower. The right side was weak last time, so we just want to collapse in, get that tower. We get the tower. Now on the left, we're able to close in on these giants. All right, void eye level 3, level 4 doing work. Disabling all this stuff with our storm callers, and we find another way through. Or it looks that way anyway. It is still pretty close. Yeah, forcing. So when you're winning on one side and you force extra units and damage and whatever on that side, I think that's a great way to play it. It gives you, like, you want to press your advantage, right? If we built more stuff on the left, it could help too, but if you just push in really hard, get that done quick, then that strengthens your army too. So rather than just strengthening the army, push ahead and strengthen it by disabling the tower. Okay, nice. We got so many levels for our void eyes now. Enhancement module, another efficient giant manufacturing Mustang production line. Man, he could have had 3 efficient giant manufacturings this game. That would have been crazy. All right, so we've got oil up. So we're gonna try to go for an oil, looks like. Since we are collapsing on the right, we don't want to oil on the right anymore. We want to make sure that we can move as quickly as possible and we don't get lit on fire with our main army here. So we're gonna hope for the best, trying to oil the left. Opponent is going for another flank here. I do have the 1 missile, but it looks like it's going to hit that crawler, and I don't have anything that shoots up. Except for maybe this void eye. Oh wow, that's quite a lot of damage. Nice. Okay, so what do we do here? We throw down another hound. $200. What we can do here, add some shields. Another hound. Yeah, I should have put something that shoots up here. That would have been a good idea. And you see what I do here? So I bring my Void Eyes on the right back to stop if there was a flank on the right. My opponent flanks to the left. But somehow there's one Void Eye. It decides to shoot. It turns around and saves the day. This one Void Eye, that would have murdered me. That's a level 1 tower, would have died right away. I'm not sure what the range is on that thing, but I'm so happy it turned around. Look at this. Now we're able to collapse, and again we get the tower pushing through. Void Eye is doing some serious damage. Again, the EMP's off of the storm callers. And tanks as well, like a level 3 tank. We're just pushing. It's too much stuff. Live for the swarm. Still though, I mean, we're down to 158 and we've been having to win back to back to back to back. Gotta find a way to close out this game. Well, opponent picks level 3 fort. Abyss is offered Typhoon and Wraith as well. Opponent sold something, but picked up the fort. Didn't sell the fort, sold something else. And we're still deciding here what to do. The Wraith is probably a bad idea with all these melters, and I go for the Abyss. My thought here is we're winning on the right. Let's keep pushing the right. We'll get the Abyss. And that's about, I don't know, it's the best we can hope for, really. I was expecting my opponent to go for Abyss, actually, because I feel like it's really good against the sledges. We do have the Photon up, so we're going to Photon on the right. And this time, I look backwards with these Void Eyes. Just in case my opponent kept his units there. And yeah, I've still got $600. I'm just, remember this was Steam Deck and the timer starts ticking and I'm like, oh my god, put some units down, doesn't matter what, put them anywhere. I didn't quite enough time to move them all. I probably would have put them, you know, on the side flanks or something. The Rage Cage. Okay, but our Abyss, damn, like just shoots that Vulcan to death. And level 5 tower, but we do get it. Just so much damage. Abyss doing tons of damage too. We close in on the left as well. We just have too much stuff. Too much stuff. These Vulcans were not able to kill our chaff. Look at all these dogs. All these dogs, sledges, just too many targets. Void Eyes doing tons and tons of damage. Yeah, crazy game, crazy game. We found a way to come back at 158. Whew, sigh of relief. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any ideas for videos or anything like that, let me know, maybe down in the comments below. Like and subscribe if you can. It'd be really helpful for me and the channel to grow. And I look forward to bringing you the next game. See you later.